Class 9, English 2, Poem 1, The Heart of the Tree. The Heart of the Tree, Henry Kaler Bunner. Henry Kaler Bunner, also known as H.C. Bunner, was born on August 3, 1855 in Oswego, New York. He was a political journalist and the editor of Puck, one of America's first comic magazines. Bunner was the author of several plays, novels, and books of poems including Rowan, Short Sixes, Airs from Arcady, and The Tower of Babel. He died on May 11, 1896 in Nutley, New Jersey. What does he plant who plants a tree? He plants a friend of sun and sky. He plants the flag of breezes free, the shaft of beauty towering high. He plants a home to heaven and I, for song and mother croon of bird. In hushed and happy twilight heard the treble of heaven's harmony. These things he plants who plants a tree. The poet asks, when somebody plants a tree, what does he really plant? Obviously, the poet has an answer which has not occurred to us. The poet tells us what a good and happy thing it is to plant a tree for. He says, when you plant a tree, you plant a friend of the sun and the sky. You plant a flag of the breezes. You plant a home for birds where the mother bird sings in the hushed twilight songs that blend beautifully into a harmony of heaven. The poet starts with a question and in a series of beautiful images himself provides the answer. He calls the tree a friend of the sun and the sky as it grows upwards from day one of its life. Its fluttering in the breeze is likened to fluttering of the flag, and then it is described as the flag of the invisible breeze on March. The stanza closes as the day draws to its end, with the birds returning to their nests and the tree filling out with their twittering and their sound merging with other sounds around as the tree disappears into darkness. The harmony of heaven replacing all the visible world. Some word meaning. Croon, sing softly and gently. Mother croon of bird. The mother bird singing softly to her young ones. Shaft, the long narrow stem of a tree. Twilight, faint half light before sunrise or after sunset. Treble, the highest voice part in harmonic music. What does he plant who plants a tree? He plants cool shade and tender rain, and seed and bud of days to be, and years that fade and flush again. He plants the glory of the plain. He plants the forest heritage, the harvest of a coming age, the joy that unborn eyes shall see, these things he plants who plants a tree. The poet repeats the question as to what exactly a person does when he plants a tree. The planted trees provide cool shade in summer and bring gentle rain. It provides seeds and buds which bloom and mature for planting more trees. As seasons and times go by, some trees fade away, means die. Some new ones are planted, and for some, fresh growth takes place. And thus, those who plant trees and care for them give glory to the land. They help in developing the heritage of the forest and provide for harvesting nature's benefits. Generations of unborn children shall have great joy seeing the forest heritage and nature's glories. These are the legacy one who plants the tree provides for the next generation. One tree will multiply into a forest in future from which future generations will draw benefits like paper for their books, timber for their homes, and ships, rain for the fields, fruit for their desert, and cool shade for their siesta. Some meanings. Flush means fresh growth of vegetation. Harvest here means to receive benefits from trees or crop. What does he plant who plants a tree? He plants in sap and leaf and wood, in love of home and loyalty, and far cast thought of civic good. His blessings on the neighborhood, who in the hollow of his hand holds all the growth of all our land. A nation's growth from sea to sea stirs in his heart who plants a tree. For the third time, the poet repeats the same question asked in the earlier two stanzas. People plant trees primarily due to love and loyalty to one's own home and family, and a thought of future good. These a tree provide all required nutrients, minerals, and natural resources. One who plants a tree brings blessings of God or nature, who nurtures and balances the growth of this land. Thus, one who plants trees has something stirring in his heart to show care and concern for the growth of a nation from one boundary to the other. Planting a tree is like planting a new nation which will bring peace and harmony. In the third stanza, the poet speaks about the great contribution the man who plants trees make to his home and society. The poet suggests that planting of trees brings the blessings of God, who holds, sustains, and oversees the growth of everything on the land we live. In the poem, and the use of his blessings in line 23rd and his in line 24 is a reference to God or nature. The use of his blessings and our land is a relation suggesting God and people. The poet ultimately answers his question in the last two lines of the poem. The man who plants trees is the one who desires for the growth of a nation from one end to the other with rich natural vegetation. This will result in peace and harmony on earth. Some word meanings. Far cast thought means a distant thought. His hand, reference to God's hand. Capital H in his suggests God. I expect you enjoy this poem. Read this poem at least 3 times and listen the explanation well. Thank you.